Hey y'all, so I have gotten a few questions on what some of my tips are for doing tapestry crochet. So I wanted to come on and make this video really quick, explaining how you could read the grid and kind of where to start. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So to start off, I did go on Pinterest and I found a few small grids. I just typed in small alpha grids on Pinterest, okay? And it pulls up a bunch of different options. My first tip is when you are starting tapestry, to find a tapestry that only has 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 color changes, especially if you are new to color changing, okay? So for the purpose of this video, I found this half moon, and I also found Hello Kitty, okay? And these are both great examples of what to start with when you are just starting off doing tapestries. So what you're going to do is count the squares going left to right, and then from bottom to top or top to bottom, or whichever way you want to count them. But you want to count the squares. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have 17 boxes going across. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. And then 18 boxes going up. So this grid is 17 by 18. Now you're probably saying, what the heck does that mean? Okay, what that means is when you create your starting chain, your base chain, you are going to chain 17 chains plus 1 if you are working your tapestry grid in single crochet. If you are doing, and also let me just put this in there, you can do your grids as single crochet, half double crochet, whichever one you want. Just be aware that whatever stitch you use is going to change the overall size of your grid, okay? So, like I said, your starting chain is going to be 17, okay? That's 17. Now, I typically do my tapestries doing a single crochet because it's the tightest stitch, and it gives your finished tapestry the cleanest look, okay? The clearest looking picture overall. So I would chain 17 and then plus 1 for my turning chain. So altogether, I would have a total of 18 chains to start, right? And then the 18 going up is how many rows you have to do until you're finished your project, okay? Now, another tip. I am left-handed. This is my left hand, okay? I am left-handed. So when I start my tapestries, I read my work from left to right. And then when I go up to the next row, I read that next row from right to left. And then it alternates until I'm complete. So when you are reading your grids, if you are left-handed, you're going to start reading it left to right. And this picture will be facing you. When you turn your work and you read right to left, that is the back side of your work. That is where you will be weaving in your ends or carrying your yarn or whatever method it is that you choose when you do your tapestry projects. If you are right-handed, you are going to read your grid right to left and then left to right. And then you're going to alternate going right to left to right until you have finished your grid. Another thing to note is that you don't have to start at the bottom. You could start at the top, you could rotate it, or you could read left to right. Like, you don't have to. Just because I start at the bottom of the grid does not mean you have to start at the bottom of the grid. You could also start at the top and read it from left to right or right to left, depending on which hand you crochet with. So just because I'm pointing at the bottom doesn't necessarily mean you have to start there. It really depends on the project that you're working on and what you're trying to create. But for the purpose of practicing, for me, the easiest was starting at the bottom of the grid and working my way up. And again, left-handed. So I read left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left. Right-handed, you want to read right to left, left to right, right to left, left to right. And you just want to keep doing that until you finish your project. Another thing to note is that you do not have to use the colors that's on the grid. You can use any color that you want to use, okay? Don't limit yourself to the colors that you see in the grid. If you don't have these colors, then you don't have these colors, okay? You could use black and pink. You could use white and yellow. You could use white and blue, black and blue. Like, any color that you decide to use is okay. And, yeah, I think that's it for this video. Let me know or comment below if you want me to make a part 2. If you need a visual demo of how I do it, I can do that as well. But yeah, I just wanted to come on because I have been getting a few comments on how do I do this. This is how I do tapestry crochet. And then also something to note, I don't carry my ends in the back anymore. But if you're just practicing and just starting out and you want to carry your ends, carry your ends. I do more of an intarsia method with my tapestries now. So that means I cut the strings and then I just weave it all in with a tapestry needle at the end. But hopefully this helped. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.